Good evening, everybody, and thanks for coming to what we call now the Monday night meeting place. This is where we just get together. We share different things. We get different speakers on to, give us some advice or give us some guidance and, hear from them for what they're doing. And tonight I have the pleasure to introduce Jen Moyer. Most of you guys know Jen. She's what you call an OG, if you will. We go way back since the beginning of time here, and it's been a wild journey. We've all learned so much from each other, and just worked together cohesively, and that's how we get to where we are today. We're fully passionate about what we do, and that's what excites us about going out every day and sharing this with people. And Jen's amazing. She is there for everybody. She helps her team tremendously, and that's what you got to do. That's what leaders do. You support and you do what it takes to take it to the next level. So without further ado, I'm gonna just bring Jen on here, and we're gonna just kind of go back and forth, and we're gonna have everybody else sort of interact, and we can always probably learn from each other here tonight, just with different things that maybe you guys are doing. Feel free to jump on, once Jen, shows us some things that she's been doing, and I'm excited to hear. So let's get on
Thank
with
you, Paul.
it, Jen.
Thank
Great
you.
stuff.
Hey, it has been a long time since we've known each other, hasn't it?
Oh my,
Eh,
say time flies,
think,
right?
yeah. Oh, probably over 10 years now.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. Um, well, thank you very much. Um, like you say, we get on here, we share experiences, share little things. And tonight I just want to share a few little tips and tricks. Nothing, mind blowing at all, but things that I have shared with other people. Um, and they seem to be quite impressed by these little tips. And I think is Sherry Lynn, can you mute everybody, Paul? So I,
Oh yeah, certainly. Yeah, some people keep jumping on their mics there. There we go.
yeah, thank you. Um, yeah, just show a few little tips that I've shared with my team that, make things look better when you're posting on Facebook or also when you are um, sending information to a potential customer or whatever. That anyway, I'll show you. Am I able to share my screen, Paul? It looks
Yes,
like.
you're good to go.
Okay, and Paul, if I'm going to be changing screens. So if what I'm talking about doesn't go with my screen, just give me a heads up and I'll unshare and reshare.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
You know
sometimes
what I mean?
I've been talking away about something and people are like, we don't even see what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. So let's see here. There we go. That's what I want to share. Okay, so the first thing that I want to suggest to everyone is to subscribe to the Super Patch YouTube channel, the Super Patch Company. Hang on. There, Super Patch Company. You'll see they have the logo there. So number one, if you don't happen to have a YouTube channel or you're not subscribed to YouTube, I really recommend that you sign up for it. It's free. You don't have to post things. You can just look for information. And I can't imagine actually that anybody doesn't have a YouTube account, but search out the Super Patch Company and click subscribe. And that way, and then if you click on the little down arrow, you can click all, and then anything the Super Patch Company posts, you will um, get a notification. And as you'll see, when you go onto the Super Patch channel, there are tons and tons and tons of videos on here. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to share was how to share a video from the Super Patch YouTube channel to your Facebook. Okay. So all you have to do is click on the video. Just hit pause there. Well, actually, I let this little 5-second thing run. And once you get to the video that you want to share, all you have to do is click on share and then copy that little code there, which is called a URL. All right. So then, I hate these little Zoom things. So then I'm going to switch over to my Facebook, Paul, and
Yeah.
just let me know if you can still see the screen. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
You're good. Okay, perfect. So what I've noticed and what I see a lot of is when you go to post something on your Facebook feed, you've copied the link to the video you want to share, and now you just right click and you paste it. Paste. Hello. Let's do it that way. Okay. So there's the video. But you don't want to just share a video. What you actually want to do is you want to say a little something like, for example, hey, check this video out. Our amazing tech is changing lives. Okay. Now, sometimes this little URL can be really long. Okay. It can be 2, 3, 4 lines of text leading to where you want it to go. And the little tip I want to give is you can actually take that now and you can delete it. All right. And move your text, what you want to say in your post up. And that way, when people are reading your posts, they're going to be directed to what you've typed and not all the gibberish that's behind the URL for that video. What do you think, Paul?
Yes, I agree totally. Sometimes people just post, just the link, maybe even they delete the link, but it's just, they say nothing. And
Yeah,
just this
yeah,
sort of video like you just saw there, and that's it. And it's not kind of like something you're saying or from you. It's just like, oh, they cross-shared that or something, and it doesn't really, maybe
yeah,
stand
yeah,
out, where that's a perfect example saying, hey, and then, oh, curiosity, and then, oh, I'm gonna click on it to see what it is. So makes sense.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And sometimes if there's a lot of gibberish there, people won't even see the message that you're trying to say. So,
Oh, for
so
sure. 'Cause
that's,
some of the URLs can be, and then some make a tiny URL, and then sometimes it's not going to show the same image, and it just can get confusing. So yeah,
mhm.
you just paste it in and wipe it out. It
Yeah,
still, yeah, makes
yeah, exactly. Because
makes it
once you
clean.
paste it, yeah, it's a lot cleaner for people to look at. Once you paste it in there, you can just wipe it out and delete it. And you still have the link. People can click on that video and go to the video.
And another thing I was going to say is a lot of times people get worried about YouTube and it's going to Super Patch, and they're going to go to superpatch.com and maybe purchase there. Or, I mean, if you're doing the right follow up and everything, worst case, I have screen record on my phone. It's an app. I'll take that video, I'll screen record it, and then I'll actually tweak it, and then I'll make it my own. Like I won't have any of the YouTube. It'll actually just be a
Yeah,
video on my phone, and that will avoid, maybe if you're worried that they're going to go and purchase from corporate. I mean, if you found out, you can get the order switched anyway, but yeah, it's in nowadays you kind of have to use certain things that as much as you think that they might go and do it from corporate, it's not going to happen all the time as much as we think anyway. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, Another thing that I wanted to share is I'm going to share my screen again. Back here. I'm going to open a new tab so you can see that okay?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So say you post things, maybe you're in an online vendor event, somebody private messages you, they want more information. Maybe they are specifically interested in the Freedom Patch. We'll use that for an example. I'm just going to go. So if you want to send them more information, now this is my replicated site. Okay, so number one, you always want to make sure you're sending information from your replicated site, not the corporate site. So mine is 50after50.superpatch.com. It could be jenmoyer.superpatch.com. Whatever your replicated site is, go to your site. Okay, and now instead of just copying your URL to your replicated site, actually go to the page that is going to provide them with information on what they're looking for. Now, from there, they can navigate all through your site to different spots and get different information. But if somebody is saying, I got a lot of pain, tell me about this Freedom Patch, and copy that URL. Okay, so you've got it copied there. Then you compose, say, an email to whoever, and you copy that URL into your email. Well, once it's in there, when they click on that, it's going to take them right to that page that you have directed them to. So let's say somebody is interested in some of the studies, okay? You go to the studies on your replicated site, copy that URL. And then you can say, something like, here also are some amazing studies. And then you can copy that one. And that's going to take them directly to where they want to go. Now, if I close that and I go to my drafts and I go in here, you can see now these are live links. So they receive that email, they click on it, and you can see that it takes them right to that page that's going to give them the information that they're interested in, instead of going, just to your replicated site and having to try to, you say to them, well, you go to about, then you go to how it works. Instead of them having to try to navigate through your site, you can take them to exactly where they want to go. Is that what you do, Paul?
Yeah, no, it makes total sense. Because you're directing it right to, like, there's no chance then of, say, it bounces over, or what happens is people sometimes they put the actual your replicated website into the Google search, and what it does is it brings up the actual the master domain, which would be superpatch.com. Where doing this, when they click on that, that goes to you. Like
Right.
now that's webbed into their computer, like the cookies and all that stuff. That's what that is, and it's going to put it in there. And then now the next time the person goes to purchase, they're going to get credit for it. So I find sometimes people tell the name or something and somebody goes to Super Patch and now they're locked in there, but then a replicated site sent after the fact. And, so, the quicker you get a site to somebody after sharing information, this avoids all that hassle of, oh gosh, what if they end up somewhere else?
Hmm.
Really clicking on that and then boom,
Yeah.
they're kind of locked to you now. So
Yeah, exactly. What do you call it? Like hard codes it into your device,
yeah, exactly.
right? So even if they do kind of navigate away, when they go back to it, it'll go back to your site,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Um, and then another thing I wanted to share, we'll go back here and we will go to our wonderful team group. Okay. Now, lots of times I see tons and tons of questions in here, or can you do training on this, or can you do training on that? And this guides tab, if you click on the guides tab, how many training calls do we have in here, Paul?
Oh, 300 and something.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there are tons and tons and tons of resources in here. And you can see the guides are numbered. So guide 1, that's where you find the associate handbook, okay, which is an amazing resource for not just for new people, but for anyone, because all the quick links are in there to all the different groups and things like that. But then if you scroll down, you'll see guide 2. Guide 2 are recorded calls. So not only are they the opportunity calls that Paul and Lisa and Terry have been doing, it's all of the training calls. And you can see here it says see 319 more. You click on that. We've got, the recap from the Dallas corporate event, Q&A. There's like over 300 calls here. And the way that Terry and Paul record these in the guide, it's very easy to see, okay, effective posting on social media. Hey, that interests me. I think I'll watch that. Learn the skill of language. Yeah, all kinds of them. Now I click see more. It's going to go through all 300, but you keep going. There, I'll click see less. Keep going down into the guide. So that was guide 1 and 2. Guide 3, team training calls, the Monday night calls. Is this the link to the calls, Paul?
Yes, and you'll see that I've just realized something that we've done here is Terry got me to do this link. Well, it should have been his link because we kept them the same link each week, and I just made
Great.
a new link for this one, and then I
Okay.
never even put it in there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's pinned to the top, but I didn't
Yeah.
actually have it in there. So, sometimes we forget that, but failing
Yeah.
it, it's right at the top of the group. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just noticing that now.
We're all human,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
if Monday night comes and you can't find where's the link to the call, where's the link to the call, it's going to be typically right here in guide 3. You'll see that that was last week's call with Lisa, and it brings the link up right away. And you don't have to spend your time scrolling through the whole group. My internet's a little slow here. That's why that's not coming up right away. But that is guide 3. The links to the Monday night calls. Guide 4, the links to the North American and Europe calls. So we all know they're on Tuesdays. 3 p.m. Eastern for Europe, 8 p.m. Eastern for North America. So if you're looking for the link, the links are always the same, correct, Paul? Every week?
Yeah, well, so what's happened now? I just had on this subject. So the UK Europe call I was doing, we sort of suspended. I had been waiting for somebody to kind of step up that was
Okay.
from there.
Yeah.
I thought it made more sense instead of me doing it. I was hoping to find somebody, and then it's they're talking their lingo, their kind of it just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But when I did that, I had Stuart Holcraft actually. Some of you may know him, Holcroft. He reached out to me, and he is actually going to host it.
Oh,
So
good.
he is now. And then there's another person doing a call as well. So now we're going to try to merge these groups together, have
Okay.
them host the calls. So we'll see how the one goes tomorrow. It's a separate link because Stuart made his own. Uh,
Oh, okay.
we had made those ones ourselves. So that's going to happen. But what we're hoping to do now is have a Tuesday night opportunity call with Lisa Cito, and then have a Thursday night call, and I'll do that one at 8 o'clock, so that we have
Oh, okay.
two opportunities in a week to have
Great.
somebody jump on. That is when you find out whether somebody is just trying to satisfy that you're asking them a question, or are they jumping on? Because there's two options. So this
Okay.
will help. And then there's
Yeah.
also the Wednesday meeting, guys, in Toronto every Wednesday. I'll be there again Wednesday night. Jay will be there. It's just going to be a weekly thing. So you can invite anybody there that you want, just being on the note of calls and things. So it'll be like Tuesday night on a webinar, Wednesday night in Toronto, bring people, we'll take care of them for you. Thursday night, another webinar. But at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I think that's going to help us moving forward to give more options for people to jump on the half-hour call. So
And I hear last week's in-person event in Toronto was amazing.
yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, for the first time, we had 30 some people there. Jay just crushes it. Takes a half an hour, just lays it out there where it's just like, everybody just gets it. Then we jump right into the demo, and then we talk biz, and that's it. Because we know what our product does. We know, so this is an opportunity. I used to laugh because we used to do the whole presentation, the demos, the stories, and we'd walk away and we'd just be like, yeah, that was great. And then we never asked anyone, hey, would you like to join? Would you like to be part of this? All those things. So now that's what it's all about. So we know we have the results. Just bring the people and we'll
Hmm.
demo them, let them feel the magic, maybe meet Jay if possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, and we're looking forward to the next one on Wednesday. So
Yeah, and it's so impactful to bring someone to a live event. Um, I can speak from experience that Terry approached me twice, and it wasn't until I went to that live event at the Holiday Inn in Burlington and people started standing up telling their stories, one after another, and I'm like, I'm in. I'm into this. So yeah, being live and in person. The online ones are great because not everybody can get to Toronto, but if you can, it's a game changer for sure.
well, and the stat, guys, and this is the real deal, is if okay, so somebody asked me, where do you think money stands in the mind of a networker or whatever, where of importance, where does that? And it's actually on the list, it's number 6, if you can imagine, money. Number 1 is community.
Yeah.
Community is creating that atmosphere, that excitement, all those things, but being present is part of that. So Jay said it, and I believe it. It's people have Zoomitis. It's like Zoom, 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 Zoom,
Yeah.
Zoom, 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 and there's not that interaction where we're there, we're giving someone a hug, a high five, demoing live, having just that emotion, all that stuff. You cannot beat it, and that's why this is going on in Toronto. Anybody can do this. It doesn't have to be at the Holiday Inn. It doesn't have to be, but you just get people in a room, whether there's, Jay said, look, if 5 people come, great. if next week 10 come, that's what it's all about is if anything we could tell you, tips and tricks or whatever, events like the
Yeah.
OGs here. Kevin's on the call. I don't know if Terry is, Jen. I'm just trying to see who else. Anyway, we did events, and that's what we had some, and it was like, oh gosh, only 20 people or something. And then
Yeah.
it was holy jumping 30, 40, 100, 200,
Yeah.
300. It was crazy. And we have to get back to that because we got kind of, sort of put in jail for 3 years.
Yeah,
So what could we
exactly.
do? No one could do
Yeah.
anything. So that is
Yeah.
the key, getting back to this consistency of events, and don't worry who shows up. If
Yeah.
your room's empty, you did it, right? You attempted it. And then the next time there's going to be people. And usually you're doing it with others, and you cohesively work together. So
And it's not very often that the room is completely empty. And it's very, very normal for you to have the fear that no one will show up. But you can't let that fear stop you. People will show up. Like Elsa Wintercorn lives in London, Ontario, and Elsa's been around for a very long time as well. I think about 7 years. And she has been to many, many events. She has hosted an event at a venue. She's hosted events in her home. And she's, taken the bull by the horns, and she has planned an event for June 23rd. It's a Sunday evening in London, Ontario. So I want to encourage everyone, if you are going to try to host your own event, whether you've done one before or you haven't, reach out to us. We will help you, we will guide you, and post it in our team group, because maybe there are a lot of people in your area, but they're not necessarily on your team. So the whole goal is just to get as many people in the room as you can, because the more people, the bigger the vibe, right?
yeah, 100%. That's the key. And it's just invite, 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 and then it's a totally different than here's a link online. It's like here's the wow factor, here's the oh my gosh, that happened to you, and the rest is history. It's really impressive when somebody's there live. So, and
Yeah.
then yeah, bring your people, because that's what we do. One team. We're not going to
Yeah.
segregate ourselves and say, oh, I'm just going to work over here without anybody. We're not going to be successful if we don't speak the same language, talk the same talk, and just walk the same walk. That's so crucial. And then things
Yeah.
become very simple.
Yeah. And
Simpler.
get your guests to those events, because they are game changers.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you did you want to open it up to see if anybody had any specific questions, Paul?
Yeah, no, for sure. Another thing I was just going to say, guys, is I was just writing down little sticky notes, but my first one here is post on your post. So what I mean by that is I've had some posts that did very well, whether it was a testimonial or it was something. And you know how it's like it's rocking, and then it slowly fizzles out, and then sort of time elapses a little bit. Well, if you go back to that post, and I don't care if you go LLL dot 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 anything, just make a comment on your own post, and you'll be so surprised how you actually kick the algorithm in yourself, and then all of a sudden people start posting to that older post again. It's so cool. I've been playing with it, and it's fun to do. Even if
Kind of
you're in
brings
a
it
group,
back to life, right?
yeah, it's like now it's back in. And then there's also a way of doing it in groups. If you post in groups and blah, 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 and then there's so many other members post, well, most of those are organized by action. So if I go down to my post, I'm like, oh my God, it's already 30 down there. I just go did it, enter. And then I go back to that post, I delete it, and then I refresh that group, and I'm back at the top. Post is back
Cool.
at the top. So it just do your own kind of way of doing that, and don't do it too much, or else they'll figure out what you're up to. But just every so often, it's kind of cool to be able to do that. I
Well,
just thought
that's very
that was a
cool,
little
because
trick.
I didn't know that. So,
Yeah,
see, the trainer got trained.
yes. And I started picking it off because someone else would post, and I had this MS post back in the day with the insoles, and I'm like, that thing's from 3 years ago. and it's like thousands of views, thousands of comments. It's crazy. But then all of a sudden it was like comments kept coming in after that person dinged it. And then I thought, I wonder if I could ding my own post, like poke my own post.
Ah, so
It worked.
is that why that post from like 8 or 9 years ago congratulating you popped up a few weeks ago?
Yes, it is. And Terry and I were in stitches because that was my rank advancement in my first network company. And I looked so young, and the kids and everyone's like, way to go, Paul. That's
Yeah.
awesome. You giver. And I mean, literally, it went, there had to be more than, it was probably 50 more comments. And Terry and I
Yeah.
were laughing, like, you see, that's what brought it back to life, right?
Isn't that interesting? So
Yeah.
just to review that again, so it's your own post on your own feed or on your own profile. And what did you do? You just searched through, found a post you wanted to bring back to life?
Well, sometimes in your memories, you see one and you're like,
Oh,
oh, wow,
yeah.
that got some great action or something. Well, if you go just post on your own post, so you're just going to go on, you're going to comment as you, and I just, whatever, dot, dot, dot,
Wow,
enter.
this was a great day 4 years ago or something.
Yeah. Or I'll just do the dot, dot, dot and delete it.
Oh,
And
is that right?
no one will ever see it. It doesn't matter though, because it's already hit it. So
Okay.
it's still going to put it in the back to the sort of forefront type of thing. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
I
there's a
love the
lot going on,
memories.
right? There's always
Yeah.
so much happening. And I've seen other people where a post is just rebirthed from years ago, and I'm like, ah, there's one going now. And I just keep rolling along.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, Paul Vandeveen
Yeah.
has
Go ahead.
a comment or a question. Hi, Paul.
Yep. Hi, Jen. Yeah, no, just thanks, Jen and Paul. A lot of these little pointers are really great. And the only thing I wanted to add was, Jen, when you were talking about posting you to whatever, Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is, um, and even on your emails, when you're sending something to someone, one thing that I've been fooling around with that is really helping my engagement is at the end of that, whatever comments you're making or whatever you're trying to say, try to engage people with a thought-provoking question, not a yes or a no, but add a question. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to, but you're going to find that your engagement is going to start increasing as you ask questions that some people are going to answer, or some people are going to answer or ask another question because of that question,
Can you
and
give
and
us
then
an
you
example,
start.
Paul?
um so I'm just preparing a post right now for myself. This one's got nothing to do with the business. The other part is, tell your story. And so at 5:30 today, my the story's already there, but my sobriety calendar, or my countdown, uh, told me I had 4,000 days as of 5:30 this afternoon. So I'm putting a post together. I started before this, and I'll finish it up after this. But one of the questions I'm gonna ask, and I always ask at the end of those, is, are you or someone you love, um, you know, uh, are they challenged by, alcoholism?
Mhm.
Or, you know, uh, sometimes sometimes I'll reach out to the families, like, you have someone you're trying to help and
Mm,
it's not working,
mm,
let me know either. And sometimes people will put it in there, but I'll say, just DM me and let's talk. And
mhm,
it's funny because a lot of times when you ask the question, you won't see a lot of the things on the feed, but you'll get a ton of messages, personal messages, that now you start the conversation. And
mm.
in my case, that conversation has helped me help people with the Kick It patch.
Yeah, great,
So
great.
so just don't tell the story. Don't just leave it. It's kind of like Paul said, like doing the presentation and everything, and then not ask anybody if they're interested
Right,
in joining,
right.
or finding
Yeah.
out more about the business. Like, put the
So
question
instead
out
of
there.
instead of you posting, today marked for my 4,000th day and leaving it that, then you pose a question that
Right.
will encourage engagement.
Right. Because in
Right.
the end, it's not about me, it's about helping others. And if others see that, somebody can do it one day at a time, well, maybe I need to talk to them.
Yeah.
So whether, and in somewhere in there is, once you build that it's about building a relationship and trust with people. But once they start to feel comfortable with you, then you can say, hey, are you interested in something that might help, help you achieve what it is you want to achieve?
Yeah. Get over
And
that
there, and
hurdle.
then start with
Yeah.
that. So
Great. Thank you, Paul.
thank you.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And it actually kind of ties into you're saying that people are private messaging you because they probably don't want others to know or see or whatever. And
Right.
that's another one that I made was this one right here. I posted about it. Some of you probably saw it, maybe you didn't. A
The
like
like,
is a
I saw
comment
that.
not made. So this one's just sometimes people, why did they like it? Why did they even bother that something's made them hit that button, but they didn't kind of get into detail or type anything. And I'll tell you, if you reach out to those people, it's crazy. They actually did want information, but because they engaged in the post, so they're halfway
Right.
there.
Right.
So you got to reach out to those people because I was shocked when I probably learned it from somebody else that told me, and then I started going, oh wow, I never thought of it that way, and then of course it makes total sense. And
Hmm. And it
that is,
starts a conversation, right?
yeah, and it's kind
So
of
you
like,
do something. So if you saw somebody just liked one of your posts, say it was on, your amazing business and living life by your own design, and someone liked it, you might, for example, send them a private message and say, thank you for liking my post.
yes. Yeah, so I would say thank you for liking my post. If you would like any information, please let me know, and or something like, what did you like best about it?
Right.
Right.
Then they're saying, oh well, I just couldn't believe that. Wow, I mean, I'm looking for extra money, or I couldn't believe Nancy, her skin changed like that. What's up with this patch? But yeah, it's amazing. People, they get shy on online, and they don't want people to know their life story and all those things. So a little like is kind of, it's, yeah, it's the comment not made. I mean, it's
Yeah.
for
Cool.
sure.
Yeah. Very cool.
So. And then
Cool.
another thing, guys, if you were, say you're messaging somebody and you're not friends on Facebook, this happens a lot. Well, what I'll say is, hi, Carol, enter. Like I'll send that, and then I'll send another message. I like double ping them
Okay.
so that it somehow comes into their box. And I find I get more success with that than going, hi, Carol, you inquired about that. And then it's one message. I break it up with, hello, Carol, how you doing? And then maybe, oh, you had blah, blah, blah. So it's two separate messages, especially if you're not friends. You wouldn't do that to a friend. They're going to get it. It's
Yeah.
connected. It's just on those ones where it happens because you're going
Yeah.
to get a like on a post that when you go to that person, you don't even know who they are. They're not even your friend, but they liked your post. So now you got to get the message to them. And sometimes that won't happen. And then you're
Mhm.
kind of a little sketch to go, hey, let's make a friend request because I don't know, that's kind of random. So just kind of things like that. It's always that ping ping in the algorithm. That's what's happening.
Mhm.
As,
Mhm. And hey, so I just remembered another little thing that I wanted to share. And actually, I learned this from Heather Lemke. Um, so Heather, myself, we do lots of shows. Um, I find it's a really great way to meet new people, right? Some people don't like to do shows. That's fine. Everybody's got their own thing, but I like to do shows, not necessarily to make money selling patches. I like to do shows to meet new people and to get the technology out there. So whether I make a couple of bucks on a pack of patches is irrelevant, but it's the meeting new people. And Heather does lots of shows too. We've done some together. We did one last weekend. And you know how if you've ever done the demo on someone, and it doesn't have to be at a show, it's just doing the demo, okay? And you have them do the setup for the dynamic stability assessment, right? Fist over fist, tight to the sternum. If they have, say it's a husband and wife there, and you're doing the demo on the wife, have the husband put his hand on top of the wife's hands and just say, just rest your hand there. And then you do the demo with the guy's hand there, right? Then when you put the patch on, you do it again and you put, ask the husband, put your hand on top and you're pressing way harder. That really alleviates the person saying you weren't pressing as hard, because their spouse is there and he could say, no, she was pressing way harder, right? So that was a great tip I learned from Heather Lemke.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because some could think, I get that all the time. Come on, you weren't. I just did 2 guys out here the other day, Rogers. They were working on the cable, and of course, I had to come out. I just happened to have a pack of patches in my pocket
Oh,
somehow.
just happened to.
Oh, wow. You know what? I got a patch right here, actually. But no, that would make sense because he'd be feeling his hand getting crushed.
Yeah, yeah.
Fingers.
So he can, so if she says, no, she wasn't pressing as hard, she can look at him and say, was she? And sure enough, he can vouch for the fact, because sometimes I'll do that demo. It'll take very little effort to take them off balance. Then I patch them. I go to do the demo, and it's like I get a workout doing it. And they turn around and say you weren't pressing as hard. And I'm like, what? So I love doing that.
Did you know there's another one that we can do now?
Demo?
Yeah.
Is it hand straight out?
No, the 2 fingers.
Oh, the 2 fingers?
You squeeze the index finger against the thumb. You get somebody to pull the 2 fingers apart. They'll pull them apart in a millisecond. And then you put the patch on, and literally you can't move those fingers apart.
Oh, okay.
And that is, it's really like, whoa. Especially if someone's not, I don't want to stand there. Well, can you do this?
Or if they have issues, shoulder
Yeah.
issues, things
They
like
might
that.
think,
I
oh,
had
I
a
don't
lady,
wanna.
yeah, I had a lady on the weekend that she has like compressed discs in her spine and all this stuff. And I honestly didn't really want to touch her. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so the finger is a great one to do. And yeah, it's pretty. I was doing it to my kids, and like I just went like that, pulled them apart, and then I literally couldn't get them apart, and they're like, "What?" Like felt like super women.
Ah, interesting. Bernie, you got a comment, question, tip?
Yeah, more of a tip, I guess. First, I want to know about that finger thing. That's interesting. I'm not sure how that one works, but you were talking about the demo and having the husband put the hands. I had a group of younger people that came over to my booth, and yeah, you're not doing it as hard. I know you're not. So I had somebody else that one of their friends come over. I did it, and I said, "You see how I did it?" And they would lift up their hand, and they would do this, and then I patched them, and then I did it, and then they did that, and that's where they were blown away because they got to do it themselves.
Yeah, that's another great one. Get them to do the demo on their friend. Yep, for sure. Thank you. Now you wanted more clarification, Bernie, on the fingers. Can you?
Yeah,
Can
it's
you give
just
us a little?
the person squeezing the index finger against the thumb as hard as they can. Somebody grabs each finger and pulls them apart.
So somebody
Put
meaning
the
you?
Well, yeah, like just the demoer.
That whoever it is, you
Yeah.
take one hand on the top, one on the bottom, and you
Yeah,
pull
and
them
pull them
apart.
apart, and then put a
Okay.
patch on, and then get them to do the squeeze again, then try to pull them apart, and It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Huh, yeah,
And then you can
wow,
prove grip strength, and grip strength leads to longer life and vitality, and now
right.
balance. I can show you that one next, blah, blah, blah. So
Oh,
the
cool.
two together. So,
Very cool.
and I don't know if anybody else has anything to say. I'm just going to throw up another quick one. This was just very simple.
Yeah.
Consistency. I mean, everybody asks how. Well, I've been consistent since 2014. I had 150 friends, whatever it was.
Mhm.
And now it's like over 6,000, and they're not even friends. It's just like, I can't explain it. You just have to, if you keep doing the same thing and this is who I am and everything just do on your timeline is what I've always done. I've played with the groups and the side pages and it's babysitting. It's a lot of work. And, but I
Yeah.
just think that the more you're consistent, throw out a couple testimonials a week. Don't do once a month. I mean, you want to know people like, I'm in this, I do this. This is what I
Yeah.
do. This is why I do it. It's just so important, and just be consistent posting, be all that, whether
Mhm.
you do vendor events, I mean, all of it, all encompassing will make a huge difference.
Mhm. You know what I do too, Paul? Um, so I have an iPhone, and I'm not overly familiar with Androids, but on the iPhone you have a little thing called Notes, right? And you can see there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's my tips and tricks. I've been making a list as I think I add to it. But I also have one called testimonials. Can you see that, or is it blurry?
Yeah, it's kind of just blurry, but
Yeah. Every time I see someone post a really great testimonial, I copy it and I put it in my notes. So I literally have like pages and pages of testimonials, and you can actually even post the image that goes with it. And so if I'm, get real busy and in a hurry or whatever, but I do want to do a testimonial that day, I just go into my notes, I copy and I copy the image and I post that. It's right at your fingertips.
yeah, funny, I use notes a lot. The same,
Yeah.
I find something and I paste it and I know I've got it because I don't need to
Yeah.
save or anything. I just need to paste it in there and then it's there. And then if I
Yeah.
go back, I'm like, oh, there it is. Oh my God, perfect. That's my post.
Yeah.
I saw that one 3 weeks ago or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's a
So a
great
little
way.
bit of organization, um, so that it doesn't seem like a really daunting task, right?
Right.
Yeah. Heather Lemke,
Yeah.
hello.
One thing, you saw me doing this at the show too, Jen, is Patty Grass did a training on boards. And I keep
Yeah.
all my Super Patch videos right on my boards app on my phone. And what I'll do is I've got somebody asking me about the Freedom Patch or somebody asking me how the technology works. What I'll do is I'll just go right onto my boards, pull up the John Brankus video and say, here, just type your email address in here and I can send you this. So they type their own email address. I hit send and immediately they have a copy of the how the tech works video or whatever video they want to see. And then I have their contact because I have the email that was sent to their email address.
Mhm.
And I use that a lot.
I saw you use that a lot on the weekend.
Yeah, and it's easy because the people have no objections if they're putting their email address in and then they watch you hit send and then
Mhm.
they've got it right at their fingertips. And the other thing Jen was doing on the weekend a few times is asking them for their phone and recording their reaction when we did the demo on them. And then it's on their phone. They can go back and watch it. They can show their friends. And
Mhm.
it's just a good thing for them to have afterwards. Then they
Yeah.
relive that moment of when they were tested.
Yeah, exactly. That was a good tip we learned in Dallas, I
In
think.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Go on,
Mhm.
it makes sense, the same as the email. It's like, hey, I don't see it. You're just putting it in, I'm not
Yeah.
here to,
Yeah, here, you put your email in there.
so no, that's
Yeah.
great.
That one with the video too, Jen, where you record it on their phone. We've been doing that a lot at hockey tournaments. And I know Kevin was doing that down in Cornwall the past few weekends, is he'd be going to demo one of the kids and he'd say to the parents, okay, I want you to get your phone out and I want you to video this and just watch your kid's face. And
Mhm.
then you'd see them after down the hallway with a bunch of the other parents showing them the video and showing them how he did the demo. But again, it's just another thing that they have to take away so they can recall the result of that balance test. They relive it.
Yeah, because if you want to videotape it and you ask them, hey, can I videotape this? What's going through their mind is, what are you going to do with that video after?
Yep.
Is it gonna be posted everywhere? This is on their phone, so they feel very safe with it.
Yeah, and I think it's a great reminder because we all flick through our things or our videos
Yeah.
and it's like,
Oh,
what was
yeah.
that one? Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
remember, oh, we were supposed to order those, or you just, you never know. It makes sense. So
Yeah, for sure.
so if that's it, everybody, we've been almost an hour. We always try to make things half an hour. Never seems possible, but that's okay.
Oops.
But it's a
Hey,
lot. It's a lot of info and
people stay on the call, so
yes, so it's perfect. And I hope everybody just got some great information or learned some few things. And I have, Jen did. So, and
Mhm.
we're hosting the call. So, that's why everyone's got to jump on these calls every week. And
Yep,
we try to get
exactly.
everybody on. So, great job, Jen. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for
Oh,
everybody
thanks for
that,
having me, Paul.
yes, that, gave their 2 cents and came in. And I hope everybody gets something from this and applies it moving forward. That's the key,
Mhm.
is there's consistency, which means there's action, which means there's things going to happen. So,
Yeah, exactly.
so anyways, guys, thanks so much. If you want to unmute yourself and say goodnight, I'll just send maybe a message out to unmute all and we'll say goodnight to everybody. So thanks.
Great call. Thanks, Jen.
Good night. Good
Good night,
night.
Thanks, night,
everybody.
everybody.
Thank you.
For a great super week.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thanks, everybody.